All right, Ryan Hollins, welcome back.
Hey.
It's good to have you in again. We're in the middle of NFL season, so we're going to talk a little NFL. We'll get a little NBA because there's some NBA news everyone's very upset with you, which we'll get to in a minute.
What?
They're very triggered.
Yeah,
very
I think it's a good way to start.
Well, look, here's the thing. Okay, well, let's just start with it.
Set the energy.
We are going to get to some NFL in a second, but people get
NFL.
triggered with lists, okay?
Yes.
Like, if you want to upset the internet, just
Right.
make a list. We're going to do a list. Today's National Cheeseburger Day.
Yes,
I'm going to make
out.
a list of the best cheeseburgers. My list is correct. There's no conversation.
My list is better.
I disagree. Although Bob's Burgers is an excellent show, which no one can dispute.
Yes.
But
Great shirt.
Yeah, it is a good shirt.
Excellent.
Lists upset people. So you have a list, okay, of your top 10 NBA players right now, right? So I'm gonna read this. Ben Simmons, not in order. In order, but we'll go 10 to 1. Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Kawhi Leonard. Number 6 is Joel Embiid, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Steph Curry, LeBron James.
Cool. Only person.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming that you are cool with this. It's your list.
Only person I really forgot on there is Kyrie. The only person I forgot is Kyrie. Other than that,
who you swapping out Kyrie for? Who you swapping out Kyrie for? Because it's got to be top 10.
I mean, he slides over the young fellas. They don't have rings. He slides over the young fellas.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, I have there's no problems.
Kyrie at 10.
Yeah, okay, so here's the problem. Here's the issue I have here.
Really? This was not supposed to be.
There's lots of.
We said we are gonna talk about it.
I mean, Giannis isn't on here.
Look at it.
There's some things. Okay, we can move around, but I just want to focus on the thing everybody's upset about, and that's why is James Harden above Kevin Durant?
Last time I checked, Kevin Durant doesn't lead his team. He doesn't do anything other than score. He doesn't play make. The ball is in James Harden's hands the entire game as he distributes, scores, passes. He's the entire show. Last time I checked, Golden State can win without KD. So you're surprised that Harden is above KD of who does more? I'm really confused.
Okay, wait. Okay, so the thing about it is that I hear what you're saying. With all due respect, no. Because Kevin Durant, first of all, he has 2 rings, okay, and 2 finals MVPs.
Yes.
The Warriors did lose the year before he got there, okay? And James Harden, leading his team, did not beat the Warriors.
Did KD join the Warriors, then get a ring with the Warriors, didn't get one without?
How many rings does James Harden have?
He has 0.
Okay.
But he does more as far as a player on a team.
When you're talking about the team sport and you're coming from a position of someone who's been out there on the floor, on the court, playing a team game that is basketball in the NBA, you're ranking it as such. What do these people do for their teams?
Yep.
And the role that they play on said team.
Yep.
I still think you could flop Kevin Durant and Steph Curry because Steph Curry has fallen back to put himself in the 4th position. I feel like he's okay with other people being ahead of him. That's why the Golden State Warriors are doing what they're doing.
Did you watch this series against the Spurs? Did you watch the Warriors against the Spurs when they had to play ugly, grinded out basketball with no Steph, and Iguodala was bringing up the ball up the floor, and KD was dribbling super high, uncomfortable, how they slopped through the Spurs. And that was the nasty Spurs. We're not talking Duncan. We're not talking Kawhi. The nasty Spurs. Slop through it. Take Steph off that floor. And tell me how important. How important is your man?
I'm just saying KD is the 2nd best player in the NBA, and it's like 1A to LeBron. And I just feel like that's what the
Put KD on the
feels.
team by himself, and they struggle. They struggle
but
because
KD.
Will we ever see him on a team by himself?
KD's the best. Likely not. He's a smart man.
KD's going to be at the Lakers next year.
KD arguably best scorer in the league right now.
Right.
But as far as impact, as far as leading a team, if I take one guy, not a group of guys, one guy on a team, those guys have more impact. Those 2 are better. They mean more. The Warriors are the Warriors without KD. Argument there?
No. I'm going to say no.
He won 2 finals MVPs. He was the best player in both of those finals with LeBron James on the court.
Joy, all he had to do is score. All he had to do was score.
That's the way you win. That's the way you win. You score more
that's
points
not
than
the way you
other
win.
team.
You win when you can score, you can pass, you can play make. When you make others around you better, that's why LeBron James is up here, Steph Curry's up here, and KD's somewhere in the middle. But if we just talking scoring, that's a bad man. Okay, that's a bad man.
The only way to get the NBA over the NFL right now is to make a list.
Exactly.
We stumbled into the vortex of lists.
You guys aren't serious though.
I mean, look, I don't get triggered by lists because I feel like that's your opinion, and you're entitled to be wrong. You know.
Wow.
So it's okay. It's okay.
Hold on.
It's no disrespect, but it's not true.
Listen.
Why do you think we value quarterbacks? Because they move that pill around. KD is not a quarterback. He's a wide receiver. Let's throw in some NFL. He's a wide receiver.
I'm like malfunctioning right now. You have to stop. I can't. It's too dramatic. It's way too odd.
And that's hold on. Not to mention.
It's not a good comparison.
That is true. That's all he does is catch the ball and score.
If anything, he's a running back.
I'll give you running back.
KD is dependent. He's a
very
Finals
dependent.
MVP twice. He's the best player on the floor.
KD is not a quarterback.
He ain't no quarterback. He ain't no quarterback, Joy.
He might as well be Von Miller. Winning
Khalil Mack
2015.
You know what Khalil Mack just got done? He got traded, Joy.
My blood pressure is
He got moved.
Okay, so other NBA news. Dwyane Wade
Le'Veon got a deal yet?
Dwyane Wade is returning for a final year with Miami. He's going to be doing the Kobe tour, if you will, with Udonis Haslem. I want to give UD some respect.
UD still playing?
UD is coming back for one more year.
That's an OG.
OG.
Triple
OG. Rolling out two different tours.
Nobody. Let me tell you right now. Nobody wants to smoke with UD. No one.
King of Florida.
Yeah. Yes. For
he
real.
deserves his own goodbye tour.
Yeah. He does. But what are your thoughts on Wade coming back for one more year? One last dance, as he's calling it.
Thanks, man. Give me another year of broadcasting, man. You see his tweets and his statements. Give me another year. D Wade, get my feet set on the other side, y'all. I can definitely. He's definitely coming. He's definitely come on this side, man.
He's chasing him.
Take your time, D Wade. Take your time, girl. Take 2 tours if you need. But real talk, Dwyane Wade as a player, one of the hardest working competitors and guys that I've ever played against, and even in a sense to his own detriment, he played hard. And for superstars, we don't always think of them playing hard, play in and play out. And Wade really was one of the best at that. And just as a competitor, we had a few dust-ups, a few scuffles, but it's always love because you respect that guy on the other side of the ball that plays hard, he works, and he brings it. And, I mean, man, the dude is a hog. And you talk about an overachiever. Like, out of that draft, like, the guy who blossomed his senior year in college wasn't supposed to be Dwyane Wade.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, out of Marquette.
Oh, man.
He's had a great career, and I know Heat fans are super happy he's back. And he's going to get a statue for sure.
Yes. Are they going to? How bad are the Heat going to be? This doesn't make them a better team. Like, how bad are the Heat going to be?
Him and UD are leading the way for the young guys. I don't want to talk about it.
Kobe
okay,
led
so
the way.
anyway, yeah. So the best team I think in the NFL right now is the Rams. Very kind of actually low key. The Rams. They were my Super Bowl predictions. Steelers.
What about free agency, Jordan? Low key.
Okay, but I feel you. Except for what are the Rams? Like, would you describe the Rams as anything? Do they have, they have all these personalities, but they're quiet. And they're a Los Angeles team. So it really doesn't make any sense.
Define quiet for me.
Like, you don't see them out anywhere.
Right.
You don't hear anything. There's
no
news.
The
There's
Steelers
no
are very loud
controversy.
right
now. Yes, Steelers are everywhere.
Very loud.
I don't know
Packers everywhere.
Yes.
Who on the Rams would you recognize? You barely recognize Todd Gurley in commercials.
True that.
Would you? I mean,
Jared Goff,
Sue and Donald, they'd walk into a room and you go, "Hey, that looks like a Dominican." Yeah, a little bit. But everybody else,
Dominican Sue is pretty recognizable, pretty ginormous.
Robert Woods comes in here if he's wearing Rams gear.
Who is that?
Oh, I think that's.
I'm saying more of their personality as a team is strangely low key for them being a Los Angeles team with. For NFL standards, superstars on the team. They're 2-0.
They haven't done it long enough. I mean, Donald is a monster, but I mean, what is this? His 3rd or 4th year? Really? Like last year, Player of the Year? Like really? We're talking national media? Like to where I know your name, Aaron Donald. Not that he's not a baller, but
this is the first year of him being the celebrity name that he is and the household name that he is right now. Now I got the chance to see the.
Is he a
Rams.
Household name though?
Yes.
Donald.
Yeah,
dog.
No one knows what he looks like, but he's a household name.
He is.
They're like, oh yeah, Aaron Donald, yeah,
household name.
And he just got like a $70 million.
Does your auntie know Aaron Donald? Does your auntie know Aaron Donald? That makes you a household name.
Not auntie.
Well, my aunties would because my aunties follow football. But R.I.P.
Auntie know LeBron James. Okay, auntie know Le'Veon.
You watched the Rams on Sunday.
Yeah, I saw the.
You were there.
My boy from the Cardinals, Corey Peters, hooked me up with the tickets. I'm just saying we got a chance to go down and see the Rams, and I'm telling you, I've never seen a Super Bowl team live in September. Yeah. It was crazy. They were accidentally winning. It was like a created team with creative players, and they were just all over the field moving. They were so much faster than any of the Cardinals defenders, and they have Patrick Peterson on their team.
Yeah.
It was guys you don't even know about. Everyone's just. They get everyone out of sync. Sean McVay's in the headset up to 15 seconds before the snap's getting called.
Who, the
cheating.
Wizard? Cheating. He is cheating. He's the wizard.
Jared Goff.
Is he sitting up top? Is he doing that from the field, or is he up top watching? Like
he's on the field. He's on the field.
Yeah, I feel like he has like a cyborg eyeball with a drone.
They're as efficient
view.
as the Jags. I'm just saying that.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just saying. They're not as talented as the Jags. They're efficient as the Jags on offense.
The Rams aren't as talented as the Jags.
No. Opposite that.
He's not making statements like that in this podcast.
Oh, gosh.
All right. So my other Super Bowl team, which is just making me look like a liar right now, it's very upsetting, is the Steelers. So I don't know what's going on in Pittsburgh. I'm a big supporter of Mike Tomlin.
You know what's going on.
I don't actually. I feel like it's just, you know what I feel like is happening with the Steelers is what happened with Seattle. So like Pete Carroll, big time named coach, pretty much like brought stability to that organization. Right. Now Pittsburgh's always been, I mean, they've had 3 coaches in like 100 years. So they don't do the flipping coaching thing. What are you about to drop on me?
Can I throw something at you guys?
Yeah.
James Conner is not Le'Veon Bell. And I don't care how many yards you don't just plug that man. He could have 400 from scrimmage. He is not Le'Veon Bell.
But Le'Veon Bell's off the table. He's out of the conversation.
No. What I'm getting frustrated with is his value is so underappreciated. Week 1, they blame Roethlisberger, right? They blame Ben.
Right.
Ben held on to the ball too long.
He did a very bad job week 1. He was to blame.
Last time I checked, doesn't Ben Roethlisberger hold on to the football?
Yeah, he does.
Hold on to the ball long.
Traditionally, that's his move.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is Le'Veon Bell probably the best in the league at? Protecting his quarterback, catching out the backfield, knowing his assignment. James Conner ain't that same dude. So when he went to hold on to the ball, that's James Conner back there protecting me.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you, I am with you on this. Like, I don't think James Conner's done a nice job, but I'm with you on that. Like the devaluing of what Le'Veon Bell brings to that offense is a little embarrassing. Like I'm 100% with you.
It's a team morale thing. It's like we don't need when someone's down in the locker room and they're refusing to come in the locker room. The coaches have to say, we don't need this guy in the locker room.
They have to say that, but we don't have to say that. Like, they're missing Le'Veon Bell. And you can argue with it, but you can see what's happening with them. It's not good.
Ben is missing. If you don't have Ben, you don't win. And if you don't have Le'Veon, you don't have Ben.
I know.
He holds onto the ball, makes plays. It just, it ain't working.
He's thinner than he's ever been.
Yeah.
Look a little fragile out there.
Fragile. He had a banged up shoulder. Or elbow, whatever. I don't know. Who knows?
AB was the only smart one. He was like, hey, I'm with you, dog. Come on back.
Well,
we need him.
Antonio Brown's he's in the news today because he wasn't at practice yesterday, and then he responded on Twitter to a former Steelers PR staffer or something who said that he only has his career because of Ben, which look, that's not necessarily an insult. You play a dependent position. You aren't
KD
successful.
Style.
Woo. You aren't successful. I rebuke that statement. You are not successful unless someone gets you the ball. Mm-hmm. So I mean,
KD.
I mean, you got to stop with the comparisons.
Okay, fine. Anyway, he said, "Just trade me." Basically, is what he tweeted. I'm paraphrasing, but trade me then and find out, or something like that. Right. So then today, Mike Tomlin is like filibustering at this press conference for like 7 minutes, trying to just make us forget that Antonio Brown wasn't in practice. Mm-hmm. I just feel like the Steelers are an organization that I support Mike Tomlin, but I don't understand what his strategy is with the team. And this has been a trend for a while. Because remember, Antonio Brown did the Facebook Live after the win, going up to the Steelers, and like there's just you are what you habitually do, right? And I feel like their habit is to do this roller coaster bullshit. And I don't understand how you're going to win a championship when you have all this unnecessary chaos. And to me, this is unnecessary chaos.
Are we blaming Tomlin, though, or are we blaming the front office? Because my question back to you guys is, what was the worst thing that could have happened if you signed Le'Veon Bell? And if you notice what Aaron Donald's deal, Aaron Donald's deal goes over into that new contract negotiations with the league, and that deal is obviously going to be changed where cap space could be freed up where they can go and sign Goff if things happen the way that the rules allow that, instead of a hard cap going to a soft cap. So what I'm saying is they couldn't structure something like that with Le'Veon. Is it because this is just, like Tomlin has been Tomlin. He's been the fun coach, the cool coach, the rah-rah, the guy you down with. They're eccentric, they're loud, and they've won like that. But without your centerpiece,
you make a good point because you're coming into the season with chaos. It's kind of like what happened with the Cowboys, obviously for different reasons, but with Ezekiel Elliott. Like, you have no consistency. You don't know if Zeke's going to be there from week to week. How are you preparing? 1 second he's suspended. The next day he's not. He's going to be there. And I really think that hurt the team overall, and I think it's carrying into this year because you're coming off of.
Oh, last year's? In this year too?
Well, I just think now you're starting a new season where you had to deal with all kinds of. You lost Des Bryant. You have a completely patchwork wide receiver core. I'm not getting into the Cowboys right now, but there were other issues with the Cowboys. But I'm saying not having Ezekiel Elliott, your centerpiece, as you said, of your offense available, or not knowing if he's available, is an issue, and that's why the players, the offensive linemen started flipping out. Ben Roethlisberger, So you kind of coming into the season with a little bit of dysfunction. So you have a point there.
So, I don't want to cut you off, but thinking of the Cowboys and back to the Rams, it shows you when your window is there as an athlete, when your window is there, you got to go for it. You can't. That's what frustrates me with the Steelers. Once you have a generational talent like Le'Veon, you got to go for it. You got Aaron Donald, even though Goff is going to be up. You paid all. You have to go for it now. And that Cowboys offensive line, we just thought they'd be there for forever. They're falling apart. And that's the only thing they hung their hat on. Everything is falling apart right now. So when you have opportunity, you can't wait. This is professional sports. It's an ankle, it's a knee, it's a holdout. Right?
Yeah, Le'Veon's protecting his window by sitting out. And the Steelers aren't doing the things they need to do to capitalize on the fact that they have Le'Veon Bell, one of the best running backs maybe to ever play in the NFL, on their team, and just won't pay him the money.
And AB and a capable Ben. Let's say he may not be capable.
On his way out. I don't know if that's triggering for you on his way out.
No. He is he is. Yeah. He's been talking about retiring, and part of that might have been Todd Haley last year with the offensive coordinator situation. But yeah, you're absolutely right. That's why I picked them this year because I'm like, this is it. This is it. This is obviously going to be the last
Jags
year.
And Pats. Ooh.
Who are these Jags? Why are we talking about the Jaguars?
I'm just asking.
I will not. I will not.
Bortles and the Jaguars.
I will not.
You will have to.
They didn't sway you a little bit in that when they beat the Pats
that was
down?
Their Super Bowl. They've been preparing for this all year. Regular season game with the Patriots.
Yeah, they're preparing for that game. They're going to prepare for this game and that game and this game and that game. And they're going to win all of them.
Nick Foles didn't give you hope that Bortles can pull a Nick Foles in the Super Bowl? He didn't give you hope?
I'm not going to be completely disrespectful. The Jags are a legitimate team, and they have a good defense.
Nick Foles got a ring, dog.
No, I'm saying he can do better. I'm saying the ceiling. You heard the way Bill Belichick talked about your boy Blake Bortles. He can beat you with his legs. He can beat you with his arms. Throwing the ball around the field. He had 4 touchdowns against the Pats.
He making that boy feel good to the playoffs. Okay. Even letting them boys feel themselves to the playoffs. He don't need a battery in his back.
He got one. It's called being a great football player. NFL caliber.
NFL caliber?
Caliber.
Blake Bortles, great? You just said great?
He has this weird thing about the Jags. We just we let him have it.
On paper, they winning games. Okay.
Oh,
it's just get that regular season championship. Okay. All right. I'm not interested in those. I'm interested in
over the Patriots in the playoffs.
Gronk had 2 receptions for 15 yards against the Jags defense.
He did not make Jalen Ramsey look like a liar.
You know who them boys? You can't leave Josh Gordon one-on-one.
What's your opinion of the Josh Gordon thing? Do you think that's a good spot for him?
I absolutely love it. It's a win-win for the Patriots. If he works out, good. We got him for cheap. Right. If he doesn't, it's his fault. No big deal. We move on. Great move, but they desperately need help with that wide receiving core.
They do.
They are nasty. They cannot create separation. And when Tom Brady can't get you open, dog, because Gronk, He's getting bracketed. He's doing everything that he can do. Ramsey was like, cool, I got to guard these bums? No problem. And then you start pressuring Brady. You one-on-one, dog, and you can't get open in the NFL. What are you doing? Josh Gordon can get open.
If he can get on the field.
Yes.
You know what? But okay, check this, though. Here it is. You know about this more than any of us. They knew Aaron Hernandez had problems before he got to the Patriots. Am I wrong?
Of course.
They knew he had problems since Florida, right? And they got him.
In Connecticut, he had problems.
Can I say for cheaper they got a steal in the, what was he, second or third round draft, Hernandez?
Yeah.
And then they knew he was crazy. Dare I say it? I don't want to say the I don't want to say the M word, but they made it known.
I mean, it's okay. Like, he was a murderer.
He's a killer. He was a killer, literally.
He went to jail.
Yeah.
It's okay. There's no alleged needed. That's your point though, and Aaron Hernandez is just one example. However extreme that example is, they have other examples of guys who have had issues before they got to the Patriots, and that's why I think it's a good spot for him, because if you're going to have one last spot, and I do think this is the last stop for him. Yeah. Because at this point, if you can't work with a team that's supported you for 6 years, and then you can't work with the Patriots, the NFL's not for you. And like, whatever people have opinions about his issues, that's that aside, I think that the Patriots are a system. So he'll have the support he needs there, and I'm pretty sure he's going to walk in the building, and Belichick's going to make it clear you don't have any chances.
Reminds me of something. We keep it honest here. This is the keep it.
Yeah.
You know,
this is the keep it 100 podcast.
Yeah. It reminds me of a teammate, Lamar Odom. When I played with Lamar, when he first came in, I don't want to say he had issues, but just mentally he was gone. He was off basketball. He didn't want to play. He had a lot of personal things going on, and he was an incredible talent. But once we got Lamar on the floor in practice playing basketball, the dude is a world champ. He responded immediately. I don't know if Gordon necessarily, I'm calling him a world champ, but once you get him in season playing, he could fit right in, man. That's taking your mind away from things. Yeah. So a lot of guys just need sports, man. They can't handle the offseason. Yeah. They can't handle sitting out. You know what I'm saying? And you hope that Gordon is one of those cases, but everybody was so nervous, dude. Once basketball is gone, what is going to happen? We see how things really spiral down for Lamar, but Gordon, also a similar guy. Offseason, like, dude, he's his own worst enemy. Yeah. But you get on the field, you get on the court, that's our safe place. Right. Playing sports. Get on there, doing what you do best. So hopefully it works out for him.
Yeah. Well, good stuff, Ryan. We appreciate you coming in, even though you were completely wrong about your top 10 list of NBA players.
You killed it.
It's just
ever since we record, you've been killing it.
No, you did a great job. Appreciate you coming in.
Gosh, you guys are the best.